Hi, and thanks for tuning in. Whether you are creating your first resume or looking to make updates to an existing one, you have come to the right place. To get started, let's make sure we are on the same page as to why you need a resume. So why do you need a resume? Well, first, your resume is the first step in finding a new opportunity, whether that be a full-time job, a part-time job, an internship, graduate school, or a volunteer opportunity. Second, it serves as your first impression to show off your related skills and strengths. And finally, you need a resume to make the reader want to know more, which will then hopefully lead to an interview. Now let's talk about what you need on your resume. To figure out what you need on your resume, start by reading the job description. Read, highlight, or underline the key skills, qualifications, and responsibilities the employer is seeking. While you might not have the exact experiences, you likely have some of the key transferable skills the employer is looking for. Looking at this example, they are looking for someone who can conduct outreach, field and resolve requests, implement trainings, take notes, and use social media. When we break this down, the skills that they're looking for are communication, organization, problem solving, using technology, and also social media. Now let's break down the sections of a resume. First, we start off by having a strong format. A few key tips include using a font that is easy to read, make sure your name is at the largest font size between 16 and 20, and do not use a font size smaller than 10. Also know that consistency is key. If you're going to bold one job title, bold all the job titles. If you're going to bullet point one skill statement, bullet point all skill statements. Decide on an appropriate page length. For many, this is just one page, but it comes down to how much relevant experience you have, so you might have two. Finally, have someone proofread your document. You don't want a spelling error to be the reason why you don't receive an offer. The first section of your resume is your header. Include your first and last name, your current address, phone number, and email. If you have a LinkedIn account or a website that is relevant to your career goal, include that here as well. Here you can include credentials next to your name once they are conferred. This might be RN, CPA, or MBA. The next section is your summary. A summary of qualification section is common for someone who has some experience and will replace the objective statement. An objective statement tells the employer what you want, which they already know. The summary of qualifications should focus on the big picture skills you offer to the position and include key technical skills and language skills. This section is often easiest to create after you finish the other sections of your resume. The next section is the education section. Include the institutions you have completed a degree from. It's optional to list institutions you have transferred from, and don't forget, after sophomore year, remove your high school degree. For your degree, list your degree title. For example, Bachelor of Art or Bachelor of Science, or Master of Business Administration. Include your major and minor if applicable, and include the date of expected completion with the most recent and current degree listed first. Feel free to add your GPA if it's above a 3.5, and some optional stuff you can add in this section include relevant coursework, awards, and study abroad experiences. Next is your experience section. This section is going to vary for most individuals based on your experiences. Think about all you have to offer and what is most important or relevant to your goal, and list it in that order. Consider jobs, internships, volunteer roles, and on-campus experiences. Format this section to include your job title, the organization name, the location, and dates of employment. If you have a lot of experiences, go 10 to 15 years into the past as long as it's relevant. In addition to what you may consider traditional work experience, here you can also include additional experience that is relevant to your goal. For example, if you want to be a nurse and your most relevant experience is being a volunteer at a local hospital, list that in your related experience section. You still want to include your title, organization name, location, and dates of employment. Based on space, you may choose to only list experience and not full details. And there you have it. We have gone through a resume top to bottom with some key pointers and tips. Remember, the two main goals you should have are 1, format the document so it's easy to read, and 2, highlight your most relevant skills and experiences as they relate to your goal. If you have any additional questions, reference our resume resources or reach out to us at careerdevelopment@csp.edu.